This is one of those anime which you pick up randomly only to fall in love with it later on. Before going on with review, I will make two things clear. First is that this isekai anime is the first isekai picked up by the MAPPA studio. Second, this anime is solely focused on cooking. You can say that this is a cooking show, but the setting is isekai instead to make things look more vibrant and interesting. Please like, comment, subscribe and share. Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill is a fantasy comedy anime that takes viewers on a wild and delicious journey to a different world. The main protagonist, Mukouda Tsuyoshi, is transported to a fantasy world where he discovers that his only useful skill is food menu, which allows him to purchase food-related items from modern Japan. Despite being kicked out of the palace, Mukouda sets out on his own and quickly becomes a popular figure due to his unique culinary skills.
ここで昼休憩にしよう。
じゃあ昼食を作りますんで、ちょっとお待ちくださいね。向田さんってアイテムボックス持ちなんだ。
It is chill, funny and introduces a lot of delicious looking food. If you're a food lover, then you'll absolutely love this anime. The story setup is a main character getting into the new world, which is full of people and monsters. Modern technology does not exist, and neither does concept of having a cattle farm for meat. He is not alone, but he is the only one out of them who doesn't have an attack defense-based skill. His skill is online grocery, and with money, he can buy things from there. So he asks for leave instead of hanging out where he was summoned, and embarks on a journey only to meet this mythical beast Fenrir, who saw him cooking and fell in love with his food. One of the highlights of Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill is the relationship between Mukouda and his familiar, Fenrir, a legendary wolf. The dynamic between the two is both funny and touching, and the bond that develops between them adds depth to the story.
ベルナーさんたちから預かってたレッドボアの肉がもうあんまりない。
He hunts for meat. Other parts of the monsters that are not edible are sold by them to earn money for the online grocery. The way the food is presented each episode makes you drool and crave for it. The food made by the main character bears resemblance to our real-life food, so it is not just fantasy food, but something that you might be familiar with. Fenrir is the strongest, so he hunts down his prey pretty easily, and the people are amazed at his presence by the main character's side.
フェルの分はこれでいいとして、俺はそろそろ米が食いたい。
The recurring characters are the main character and Fenrir so far. There's a woman from the guild, but it does not look like they will ever meet again. There was an adventurer group which the main character hired on the first episode, so they might become recurring characters, but after their exit, we haven't seen them since except for a side clip where they missed the food cooked by the main character.
メンツを大事にするぞ。心配無用だ。何か仕掛けてくるなら受けて立つまで。
The anime is filled with humor and heart, as Mukouda travels and cooks up delicious meals that surprise and delight the inhabitants of the fantasy world. The animation is visually appealing, with vivid and imaginative character designs, and the soundtrack is fitting, with a mix of upbeat and atmospheric tracks.
大きい魔物の買い取りは向こうの窓口です。
This is not a power fantasy anime where the main character just goes and stomps on people. This is an anime focused on the laid-back life of a guy who has a powerful familiar to hunt and make delicious and brilliantly presented food. If you are into this type of anime, then definitely give it a try. I cannot say much about how this anime will end, but so far it has been good. Anime like this don't get further seasons announced, but maybe we will get lucky with this series.
中におったのか。
俺は塩焼きから行くか。
わ